Hello and welcome back to Esoteric Ebb. Last time we investigated the tea shop that blew up and a lot happened. So, let's read the session notes and jump back in. You've awoken in a morgue, you've got a goblin sidekick. This was supposed to be a simple job, figure out why a local tea shop exploded. Now you're standing here, the image lingering in the back of your skull. A dead elf. It's rare enough to see a live elf. Beyond that, you've also got the owner to track down. What you've heard about this guy, he could have already left the city. Although, maybe if you're lucky, you can catch him before he hops onto the next ship down on Waterlane. And finally, you've descended straight into the city below. Esoteric hallways full of traps, secrets around every corner, monsters crawling up from the depths. Somehow you just know, someone or something is trying to keep you from discovering the truth. You need to keep looking, search every corner, talk with every person, look into the political bullshit above and the esoteric madness below. Eventually you'll find a way forward. Chris. So that's what we're going to do, except we have another goal. And this goal is quite important. This goal is in fact very important, because we've not got that long to do it. We have to find somewhere to sleep. Also, Viskin's not here. I just realized he's not actually here. Although this must be the elf. Huh. Okay, well when we get speak to dead... Wait, whoa, what was this? What was this? A note next to these says, magic items belonging to the deceased. Bracers of Thievery. Lowers the DC of trifling checks by your proficiency. Huh. Alright. Well, I'll steal those. Yeah, can we see anything else about them? A pair of iron and leather bracers marked by the symbols of Ilum craftsmanship. They are extremely magical and grant the wearer an intense improvement to sleight of hand and trifling related activities. Okay, not that useful for us, but we'll take him anyway. So yeah, we need to find somewhere to sleep. I think the best odds we have of finding somewhere to sleep is to go into town. I think that makes the most sense. There's got to be somewhere to sleep in town. So that's what we're going to do. However, there was also somebody who said, come speak to me after midnight. Wait, where was it? I've lost where we are. Okay, we didn't go up that way, so I actually don't really know how to get to where I'm going from there. Wait, there's a cat. That cat wasn't there before. Hello? Hello, cat. A black cat. Hello. On the ledge overlooking the garden, you spot a black cat. Calm as can be, it doesn't even care that you stomp up next to it. A proud beast. Treat it with respect, and it shall treat you the same. Hello, I am from the local government. The cat lifts its head up, its dark eyes squint at you for a second, sniffs the air, and then ignores you once again. This cat does not care for you in the slightest. Pet it or something, I don't know. If you wish to hold a proper conversation with this magnificent creature, you need to find the first level spell Speak with Animals. Speak with Animals, a first level divination spell, grants you the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts. These conversations can be surprisingly insightful. Pet the cat. I'm going to pet the cat. You reach towards the cat's head, and it meets your palm and nuzzles up against it. Yes, glorious. Not doing anything, yet getting so much love. Learn from this beast. Good pet. It appears to have enjoyed the pet. What do you know about the tea shop? The cat does not turn to look at you. You are not worthy. What are you voting in the election? The cat stares at some seagulls flying high above. A noble creature protecting its home. He's a true nationalist. A bestial force ready to spread Elysium, of course. Enjoy your day, citizen. Okay. Anyway, as I said, there was something up here that said speak to me at after midnight, right? So we should do that, I think. Was it this thing? I think it was this thing, right? As you step up to the door, you see smoke billowing out of the little hatch. A wooden sign hangs upon the door on a single rusty nail. It says, open. You got business here or something? I'm gonna knock on the door. 3 hard slams, followed by a crunchy voice from beyond. Yeah. A bloody moment, will you? I am waiting, potion seller. You hear a harsh growl from inside. I told you. One bloody moment. Through the smoke, you see a pair of peering red eyes in the hatch. You hear him click his tongue. You a copper? You a copper? Turning to Snell. I'm neither militia nor Earthguard, obviously. Well, no matter. If you got coin, you got potions, lad. Potions. Potion, any magical substance ingested for temporary effects. Swirling, glowing. Make you muscles get thicker and shit, bruh. Bruh. Degenerative slang for brute, originating from the deep corners of Sideways City, an urban sprawl located in the far north of Reeds. I like the sound of that. Yeah, I bet you do. We got all the standard stuff, slush and river blood, you know. Just say the word. Algaben. Gaben? Oh yes. Garbugal Gaben. Is this gentleman having a mental episode? Is he having a fucking stroke? That's great, I'd love a potion. Cool, go ahead, bruh. Okay. This was slightly more, like, immediate than I was ready for it. I have some money, I could buy things, but... Of course I have to ask him for his strongest potions. If you got something more potent... Hehehe, the potion seller crackles. Nah, bruh, it's not for you. Sell me your... potion seller? Sell me your strongest potion. Oh no, I was so close. You groan as anger overtakes you. You must prove to this potion seller that your might is superior than any of his brews. How? Simple. I will pick up a large rock. You spot one next to the steps. Cleric. You bend down and grab it, your gloved hand wrapped around either side. And then, I'm going to lift it. Ouch! A bone slipped into another. Your soul felt the collision. It screams. Let go of the rock. With a groan, you let go of the rock and stand up once more. You okay, Brut? More business, are you going to be playing around outside my shack all night? What about, utility potions? Utility? Hehehe, he cackles. Is that what you lot are calling it these days? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, figured you meant the polymorphic kind. You know, body krakens. Especially the legendary ones are asked for all the time. You know, the permanents. That shit can't be brewed though. Hehehe, that's why, that I get why them's asking though. I don't have any left. Tons of the gaff on the market still though. Find it elsewhere, bruh. Or go to Sideways City yourself. What kind of effects are we talking about here? Longevity potion is the big one. Clear right. Living longer is popular, no surprise. That and mirror gender potion. Flipping you popping to the other side, bruh. Nothing better. I have no idea. I've been trying to find an accent for this potion seller. I have absolutely no idea what they're going for, but that's fine. Then there's other transmute a spell in a bottle. Mostly hexproof, real muck. If you got yourself crowned, you can morph yourself in anyway, bruh. Once my sources get me them bloody tools. You're completely out? Yeah, coolly. Well, too bad. Yeah. Okay. Why do we have to do business on the steps like this? Can't I come inside? Nah, my gaff's for purebloods. Don't want you dragging muck in neither. The smoke alone would probably destroy your lungs if you did. Alright, that's all for now, potion seller. Okay. So that's not where I need to go, obviously. Just looking around, like, this looks like a town, right? That looks like maybe where I want to go. That's a windmill. That's probably not where I need to... Who the hell are you? Whoa, 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 whoa. Who the hell are you? Okay. Ignore everything on the way. What? There was a guy there. Dwarven stone broken in half, pure violence. What? Wait. There was a guy there. I'm not going crazy. There was a guy there. Move out. Move back. Okay, well that's ominous. What's the top of the pillar? Okay, I mean, mostly intact and endlessly rising pillar, the centerpiece of Norvik. Obviously I'll engage. The pillar of yore towers before you. It whispers to you unintelligibly. Touch the pillar. You place your hand upon the surface, a slight tingle spreads across your palm. Have a feeling you can meditate here. It will take some time, but it could prove invaluable. I'll try meditating on it. It was a success. You close your eyes. You shape your mind into an arrow, shooting it out towards the esoteric force. Find the rhythm to Jor's realm. Hear his voice. The cold rock of the pillar turns warm in your palm. You've marked it with your spirit. I'm going to say marked it, what? You're unsure. But you feel there are more spots you need to investigate. Feel. Warm and deep. It goes deep down and far up. Open my eyes and move on. You lift your hand from the surface and you're able to see normally once again. But you feel like you've learned something. You must keep looking. Soon the pillar's secret will be revealed. You understand plainly, there is more to this pillar you need to investigate. In time and further below. Alright. Well, that's ominous, but okay. I think I might be able to translate. Does this say Earth? That would be my guess. The Great Perch of Norvik. Ooh, what's this? Old symbol of an old regime. Street sign. You can look at it? The wooden boards have faintly glowing lettering on them. Floating just an inch off the surface, the names of several locations are spelled out. Well, that's useful. Oh wait, I can see them. I can just read it. Darrow House, Tolstad Centre, Pillar Road, Tolstad Field, Water Lane View, and Goblin Garden. A common type of magical ink creates permanent messages on any surface, until dispelled, of course. This appears to be the more advanced kind with a magic mouth-like ability. It can react to your commands and reshape temporarily. The sixth message, however, is only painted into the plank. Which way is Darrow House? The words reshape for a moment into up the temple slope and the golden stairs. Ancestral home of the Darrows, one of the most influential noble families in Norvik. Which way is Tolstad Centre? Up the temple slope and through Toll's route. You do not have time to take a stroll around the entirety of Tolstad. Focus. Which way is Pillar Road? Down the temple steps. Which way is Tolstad Field? Down the temple steps, across the circle square. Which way is Water Lane View? Down the temple steps, across the circle square, through the garden tunnel, over the pillar crossing. Takes a while to get there. Most commuters take one of the wood bridges. Which way is Goblin Garden? The painted letters on the plank do not reshape into a guided message. If we could afford that fancy magic ink, it'd say downstairs over grass into tunnel. Glory to Sageleaf, probably. Clear and concise. For once, the goblin has good taste. Good sign. So up the temple... Wait, up the temple slope? What's this place? West Toll's route, North Darrow House. Well, Darrow's our boss, so there's a chance that there's something up there. Also, what have we got here? Trinkets, rarities, and curiosities. Okay. It says Darrow House in glowing magical lettering. What's this way, though? Nothing? Okay. Thought I'd have a look. Are these apples? Okay. A truly ancient piece of history propped up as a garden decoration. Shard of Jor. Fresh apples, most of them. My apples. The magistrate's apple tree is bracken. Wait, is bracken? Whoa, 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 whoa. Like the burnt bracken that was part of the tea house? Okay, I mean, like, realistically, what probably happened is that, you know, the trees in the local area were used to make the bench in the tea house. The magister's back door looks cramped. Okay, I'm gonna go this way, I think. Entrance to the old guard tower. I mean, maybe I'm gonna go that way? Well, let's go in here. Okay. Who the hell are you? An LR of Norvik, an LR of a girl, and a newspaper clipping about the Coin Lord. LR was like the magic paintings. Oh, I didn't even see this guy. A knightly helmet. Must be a leftover. Take it. It's a bit difficult to move in this thing. That's okay. Frogmouth. A helmet specifically made for various forms of jousting with limited usage outside of such cases. Looks fancy though. I got a new helmet. It looks so bad on us, like comparatively. But it raises our charisma, the stats are so good. And lowers our dex. Etier City Sworn Angel is a strength check to find out information. Let's go. Well, I got a bad roll, but at least we find something. Cold, stern, glorious. She follows orders, the type of orders that grant eternal fulfillment. There's a sadness in her existence, broken wings, stuck among lesser beings. What does she seek? Okay. And then who do we have here? Magister Nicholas Darrow. Okay. Behold. Again, a terrible roll. Human, Earthfolk, level 3 Coin Lord. That smile of his is a facade, of course. An expression, simulacra, heavily trained under the course of 20 years on the job. He's an expert in his field, and his field is politics. Hello. At the top of the stairs, you see a man placed upon his silken throne. His well-groomed face is lit by a single bulb candle, but he does not look at you. Instead, he folds his copy of the Norwegian Post in half and sighs. Norwegian Post, the biggest newspaper in the city, founded over 50 years ago, nationalist aligned. Anyone or anything that matters in Norvik will be written about in the Post. He was waiting for you. Your boss. You hear about this. The man slaps his newspaper. Asgalist Opportunist strikes fear in Silker's Guild, he reads to you. He then lowers the paper and mutters, 9,000 crowns in damages. This man commands attention. That's nothing but wasteful chaos. Agreed. Especially since you and I, the good taxpayers, will foot the bill. Did you take that helmet from downstairs? Well, yes. He cracks a smile. Ah, whatever. Go ahead, take what you need. Your goblin companion lets out a sigh of relief. That's what life has come to here in this city, isn't it? Everyone just grabbing what they need. It's democracy. You don't like democracy? My opinion does not matter, does it? Darrow lets out a sigh, folding his paper in half again. It's the age of crowds. That's what they call it. And the loudest voices keep shouting at me in particular, it seems. The crowd has power beyond belief. He furrows his brow. The moonlight makes him look like a marble bust. This is a true statesman. He shifts his eyes over to your companion. I see you've picked up a goblin. He takes a step forward. Lord Darrow, Lady Sageleaf has declared a joint operation. She... Of course she has. Cleric, if you will, I would like to speak with you in private. Oh, okay. Excuse me? The goblin glances to you, then back to the coin lord. Seriously? Just me? Yes, now, if you please. He gestures towards the stairs. Your services are not needed at the moment. Thank you. Snell lifts his head into the air. Aha. A deadly stare. The tension is killing you. Do something. The coin lord wants a private report. It's a fair request. No good option here. Someone's gonna get pissed. Stand up for Snell. No, the coin lord wants a private report. Strength is gonna win here. You can go, Snell. He glares at you. Yeah, Come now, it's city business. Exactly, city business. Your companion scoffs. It's fine, late anyhow. He gives you a knowing glance. I'm heading home. First thing tomorrow, Cleric. Good choice, the goblin would have treated you the same, right? Snell gives you a quick nod, then he turns to leave. The coin lord glances out the window and remains quiet for a moment. I feel compelled to ask. Once you hear the door closing behind Snell on his way out, he continues. How was your meeting with our dear goblin chieftain? Lady Sageleaf was no match for me. The coin lord lets out a hearty laugh. You might very well be the first man in Norvik to say those words. So, Can Meek stay? What the fuck? That's a fair thing to ask. Darrow jumps out of his chair. It's here. No, wait. Why Rich Human so jumpy? Etir approaches from behind you. Yes, Darrow? It's a mimic. The cleric carries it on his person. I've been aware since he entered the premises. And you didn't, The coin lord climbs down into his seat once more. I apologize. I should have warned you about my familiar. Darrow attempts to feign some calm and adjust his robe. Okay, I'm sure wearing aberrations around like a collar is just some modern fashion statement then. I do look good with them. Of course. You see a deep, deep frown grow on his face. Wow. Yeah, this'll make everything easier or harder depending on what you want out of it. His jaw tightens, then loosens. I must apologize, Cleric. Tossing you around as a pawn in this regrettably political game of ours isn't something I hoped for. You obviously have much more important matters to attend to in the palace. Nothing in your life has value to society. There's no greater act than serving your city. And this man is a Darrow. He is descendant from your Lord Patron, Borgo Darrow himself. The Lord is flattering you. He's gotten far in life using this tactic. I'm here to protect the city, my lord. Good, good. I'm pleased to hear that. First things first. I'm obliged to offer accommodations during your stay here on Tolstad. Hey, fantastic. Obliged? Interesting word choice. It is customary for clerics on the job to be given free housing by their employer. Housing, a nickname for the housing district, where the poorest live. The housing district, one of 5 districts in Norvik, the poorer area on the west side of the river, named as such due to the Earthfolk originally being housed there while Earth cleaned out the ruins in what is now known as the Palace. You may stay in the old guard tower. The coin lord tosses you an iron key. Oh, I'm happy I chose this door. That key will get you access to the tower. Etir uses one of the floors. You take the top one. Well, thank you for housing me, my lord. No need to thank me. It's entirely customary. Yeah, he has to do it, otherwise he certainly wouldn't. He shuffles about, looking annoyed for a moment. Now, about the incident. As soon as the fires were put out, I had a city engineer inspect for structural damages. He speaks of the tea shop. Obviously. Once it was cleared and no casualties were reported, I shut it down. Without an investigation? Initially, yes, as a precaution. The reason why we've been so very careful with this whole ordeal is simply because we did not want to cause more strife. We've got enough of that already. Earth, pray tell. Earth, pray tell? Earth, pray tell, Norvikian lingo, spoken as an exclamation of surrender to the knowledge and power of the protective god of the city, sometimes used ironically since his death by secularists. You see him shift about in his chair. He is taking something to stay awake. Ilium herbs, most likely? Ilium herbs? That's interesting. Or Illumian herbs. Yeah, given that it's an Ilum elf who died. Okay. What information do you have? Aggressive spread of fire, a loud explosion. Militia rush across the halfway bridge and put it out. He looks out the window. The owner is missing. But no one got hurt. Well, yeah, what's your theory? This matter of the tea shop is one big distraction, I'm afraid. Of course it is, right before the election at the heart of the city? Political manipulation. You think a party is behind it? He holds up his hands. I'm not saying anything, but while it certainly is an exciting thought, I do not believe any party has enough incentive to pull off something like this. My purest guess would be someone with access to arcane artifacts, or at worst a rogue spellcaster. Okay, so he's also on the rogue spellcaster train. Someone who would benefit from scared goblins and angry Asgals. So, a radical. Not a bad guess. However, he is clearly attempting to not place focus on any real powers in the city. Alright, so tell me about the strife you don't want to cause. It's election week, Cleric. We've got illegal rallies, copper presses full of lies, and a populace ready to tear their neighbors into pieces. If the city is to survive, we need to play it safe. He rubs his eyes. Then we've also got a tired old Lord Patriarch who hasn't left his villa for years. Yes, Lord Patriarch Akasam. Or Akasam? The Lord Patriarch of Norvik, the supposed face of the Nationalist Party, but due to his withdrawn behavior, most of campaigning is done by the magistrates. He is old, but he is hanging in there. That leaves us in charge. Being you? No. You the magistrates? Yes, Cleric. We, along with the straggling patriarchs and the other palace officials, hold the reins in this election for the party of Norvik. Trust me, it's not easy being a magistrate. Anyhow, the tea shop. He gestures towards you with his hands. Got it. Keep him talking. You need more info before you ask about the tea shop. Well, it might be smart to go for the tea shop question straight away. You require information. Ask. Just ask for access to the tea shop. You must complete your quest. Strength, we've already been in the tea shop. Catch up. This is bad. He will own you. Where do we even start? I've already entered the tea shop. Don't swear an oath. Okay. So you're the coin lord. For now. Post-election, I might end up on a very long vacation. Is that Angel your bodyguard or something? More or less. Also, can I quick save now? I forgot. Cannot save in dialogue. Yeah. Etir is a high prefect. Every magistrate gets the highest tier of protection available. She's not much of a talker, but I can't say I dislike it. She gets the job done. You hear that, Etir? Darrow calls down the stairs. Yes, magistrate, she replies coldly from below. The magistrate shakes his head. Earth be good. How's the election going? We're winning. Earth be blessed. Good job. He scoffs. We've got a third of the populace. A third. That means we've already lost the goodwill of a large portion of the human population, according to the latest polls. The campaign is a half failure, but it'll get us over the finishing line. The campaign? The national campaign, aimed at reigniting the spirit of Earth and his folk. A great movement! It's been 70 years since the Reconquest. Let us celebrate that victory. The fancy man feigns a cheer. You'd argue it was quite successful. Before this campaign, humans were kinda lost. Now they have a purpose. He sighs. Have you read Alexandro, I assume? Or you have read Alexandro, I assume. Say yes, I'll make you look smart. Of course. Yes, of course. Then I'll spare you the lecture. We followed his teachings when building the campaign. A campaign to bridge the gap between a follower of Earth and a citizen of Norvik. You want people to worship the state? More or less. The state is Earth's legacy. Why not worship it? What sort of chaos is the election brewing? All kinds. What is your problem with Asgalists? You're kidding. He laughs. They've infiltrated every guild. Their rally circus causes near riots wherever they gather up. They're disrupting the economy. When the agrarian party fell apart, we almost had a famine on our hands. Or, well, he corrects himself straight away. Famine is a bit of an exaggeration, but they did practically ruin our grain exports for an entire quarter. Hells, we'd be better off with the Free Striders any day of the week. They, at least, uphold basic economic stability. He should not say such dishonorable things. Only the city, those holding Earth's legacy, can rule. I have some other non-election questions. Good, I've talked enough about this damn election for a lifetime. If the goblins hadn't pushed for it, would you have sent for me? The posh man looks you up and down. No, I don't think I would have. He's not talking around it, meaning he doesn't see you as a threat. I'm not going to say 5. I'm going to say, what's my actual job here? Your actual job is to do what I ask of you. Look around the rubble, ask around for witnesses or evidence. I want you to keep the goblins happy. Do that and I'll be happy. Okay. He's not saying that we shouldn't do anything that we haven't already been doing. Well, here's the thing. I've actually already explored the tea shop and I've completed my investigation. Really? If you don't mind me asking, how did you get inside? I cast knock. Easy solution. The coin lord claps his hands together. How impressive. A second level spell. I did not expect them to send someone with decent spellcasting capabilities. Very well. What did you find? Well, here's the bad news. A dead elf. Sorry? A dead elf. The coin lord looks at you as if he is expecting some kind of elaboration, probably in the form of a joke. A dead elf. Dead elf. Meek also says this. Oh man, he does not believe you. What, an Ilum elf? And his eyes widen. Gods be damned. He looks like he's about to get up and run out of the room. My good Sir Cleric, I will have to ask you to leave now. I will have to make sure to handle all of this. The corpse is in the Lich House, I assume. Yes, Fiskin is taking care of it. Good, good. Listen to me carefully now, Cleric. Go to sleep in that tower. Then in the morrow, whatever you do not let any information slip into the hands of the goblins. Well, I have even worse news about that, which is that Snell has all the information. We do not need their pokey little noses in this mess. I'll not. I will speak with you later on. Election day, most likely. Now, good evening to you. You hear him muttering to himself. What a mess. What a fucking mess. I'm gonna bow my fancy new helm and walk away. Well, that doesn't appear to have been good news for him. But for us, we got some new digs that we can sleep in. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Next couple of episodes, including this episode, might be a little bit shorter. I'm away for a couple of days, so I'm building a backlog. So we're going to try and achieve something in the video and then move on. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.